Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Yashti and I'm struggling with this puzzle. I both love it and hate it at the same time because it's big, it's so much to do, it's such a pretty picture, but also there are so many pieces, there's so much to do, and there's a lot of blue. A lot of different shades of blue, and I'm not the best at kind of differentiating between them, but you know, eventually I will finish this puzzle. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna take a lot of time, but I know I will be able to do it because I have done it before. Uh, don't remember when. I know that I have because I borrowed it from my sister before, but dang, it's a hard one. I did not remember how hard it was. I will fully admit that. I did not remember how hard it was. So, eventually I'll finish. It's gonna take a lot of time. And, if I'm lucky, I'll be done with the puzzle before harvest season. At the same time, I'm also realizing my garden is not necessarily given me a big of a harvest season as I might wish for because I have killed several plants now because I am not the best at watering, apparently, and my garden is a little away from where my water is. So I have to carry a watering can over half my field to be able to water my garden. Was that a smart decision, putting the garden there? Well, um, the soil is decent, so that's good. The distance from the water, not so good. In fact, not good at all. But you win some, you lose some. So I'm hoping. My goal this year was to grow something so I could harvest something. I did not expect to harvest a lot, but considering how much I'm, you know, accidentally killing by either planting it out too soon, like my bell peppers, because they got some cold nights after that, or simply not watering enough. Some of my brassicas have definitely died. So that's a challenge. But there are still plants that are alive. And I will say, in regards to the bell peppers, I thought for sure we're dead, like really, really dead. Turns out I might possibly have been slightly wrong, which is a good thing. I generally don't like to be wrong. I mean, who does? But in this case, when I was so sure that they were dead and gone, I put some snapdragons in between them because I was thinking, well, hey, at least I'll have something there. And when I was watering a couple of days ago, I always kind of crouch down to get a better look at how everything is doing. Oh, and the beets have finally started to actually, sprout. Only four so far, and considering how big of an area I put beet seeds on, that is not promising. But I mean, you got to start somewhere. At least that's my thing. I didn't expect to harvest a ton maybe this year, but I think I expected to harvest more than I currently looks like I will be doing. But back to the bell peppers. I thought for sure they were dead. And in the, I don't know what you would call it, like armpits almost, where the plant goes up with the stem and then the leaf goes out, and in the, just where the leaf goes out, just in that corner there, I can see some new growth. And yeah, I was shocked. I had to look at it several days in a row just to make sure I wasn't kind of picturing it because, wishful thinking and all of that. But it does seem like that there is life in at least a few of my pepper plants, which is incredible. My tomatoes, however, seem to have stunted. Though one of them do actually have one flower on it, so it might be one tomato coming. The cucumbers, I don't know what happened with them. I've never had cucumbers before, but they died. I don't know why. Same with the cantaloupes. They also died. I put some new seeds in with the cucumbers. I don't think there will be time enough for them to like sprout and grow and actually produce anything, but this year is a year of learning. It's my first full season here, and honestly, it's not going all that well. I'm killing way too many plants because of not watering them, and I think something have started to eat a couple of my brassica plants, which is very unfortunate. I mean, last year I was super fortunate with like my fruit trees, my apple and my plum trees. This year they are overrun by these tiny little green fly thingies that should not be that many. I need, oh, what are they called? The cute little ones that you want that eat the little, I think they're called aphids in English, maybe? The little buggers you don't want. But, oh shoot, what are they called? In Norwegian, they're called marihøne. I don't remember the English name. But they're small, they're cute. They're usually red with a few black spots on them on the back, and they fly, and you love them. But I haven't seen any around actually. So I don't know how to attract those to my garden. I need to figure that out because my apple and plum trees desperately need them. My apple and plum trees also produced a lot last year, so I don't really have big hopes this year. I've seen one plum. One out of all the, let's see, one, two, three, four trees I have. I've seen one plum. No, wait, I have 5 trees. I've seen one plum on the one tree that I don't like the plums of, so that was unfortunate. There might be some apples. Depends if they live long enough. But the vegetables, on the bright side, I mean, the potatoes have sprouted and they seem to be doing somewhat okay. They probably would have been doing better if they, got some more water, but what can you do? It rained last night though, so thank you, Mother Nature, for watering at least a little bit. But yeah, I have also been knitting a lot lately. But I was thinking maybe I should kind of break up all my puzzles by doing a knit and chat. But at the same time, even though I've been knitting a lot, I've been knitting on a shawl, and I think I have to like undo all of it because it curls up in a weird way I can't iron out. So yeah, that's on me. I probably need to undo all of that. But you do a little at a time. I've been working on trying to figure out how to use my scythe, but with a very uneven ground, that is super hard. I haven't done that much else lately. Well, I went to the city, or not the city, but I had an appointment, and then I was by a few clothing stores to see if I could get a few things that I need, and some of the clothes I really just no, I don't get it, and other clothes is like, oh, I used to have that like 20 years ago, so I guess I should have kept my clothes from 20 years ago. Some of them would have been really in style now, apparently, which is fascinating. I've never been really one to be in style, so that would have been that would have been a fascinating thing. At the same time, I don't have those clothes anymore because they don't fit. But yeah, so I've been gardening a lot lately. That's what I've been mostly doing. Been gardening, cutting dead branches of trees and bushes and getting attacked by some of these branches. Not intentionally. I mean, there were some branches that were high up and they were dead, and I needed to cut them down, and I did, and they kind of attacked me. One of them had thorns, I don't know about you, but I've never seen a plum tree with thorns before, so that was new. But one of them really got me. So I had a sore thumb for like a week now because some of the thorn got a bit embedded in my thumb, so that was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I've also been baking a little bit, and yeah, but the gardening is taking most of my time. That and scrolling on like different news outlets to see how crazy the world is getting and wondering, should I worry? But at the same time, I live quite rurally and in Norway, so I should be fine. But at the same time, you never know, and everything is expensive as always. So I'm kind of lucky that I don't have to drive a lot because gasoline is really expensive. So if I don't drive a lot, I don't need to buy that much of it, which is great. But at the same time, it's not good for the car to sit that much still all the time. So that's a double-edged sword, I guess. Yeah, I think that would be called it, but I mean, and also I really should go shopping for some clothes. I don't like online shopping because I prefer trying on stuff, which means I have to go to the stores. But I don't really like going to the stores anymore because there's so many people there. I mean, I've come to realize I could so easily become a hermit, like not see anyone for long periods of time as long as I had what I needed to eat. And I mean, I'm trying to grow some of it, but apparently I'm also really good at killing it by not, protecting it for the bell peppers and not watering it enough for a lot of the brassicas. So, yeah, I haven't quite nailed that one down. But, yeah, I mean, I like my own company. I find myself to be freaking hilarious at times. Though I've also come to realize that not everyone else thinks that I'm freaking hilarious, but I don't think everyone else is all that hilarious at all times anyway, so we're good. Sort of, I think. But yeah, if someone had offered me like $1 million to live alone in a cabin far away from people for a year, I probably would have taken it because easy money. As long as I had enough food and yarn and puzzles, and preferably internet. I would have probably been very sad and gone crazy without internet. I do like the internet. It is very useful. You can learn a lot, you can be entertained. I mean, it's a good thing. So, yeah, but no one has offered me such money to live as a hermit for a year. I'm not sure who to contact to to make that happen. Oh my god, can you imagine? I could have been a science project. How to become a hermit. That's basically just stay away from people, so that wouldn't be a problem. But also at the same time, I don't think it's all that good to try to become a hermit because humans are kind of like, we need communities. We are sort of pack animals, so we shouldn't be alone all the time. We are social beings. Some of us. Some of the time. I'm not a social being all the time. Oh my god. I probably would have done something quite drastically if I had to be around people all the time. I don't know whether the drastic measure would have been taken towards other people or towards myself, but I'd like to not find out. I think I would have been a good candidate for a hermit. I mean, I talk to myself all the time. I'm not sure if that is something you should probably admit, but I do. Let's be honest. Though I will say, when I talk to myself, I'm not around other people. Because that would be even weirder. So I talk to myself when I'm alone. And if I talk to myself when I'm around other people, I make sure to do it inside my head so people can't hear it. I think that's a good solution for that. I mean, at the same time, technically I'm talking to myself right now. But also I'm talking to you guys. So I'm not a complete alone hermit, maybe? Sometimes it's hard to tell. You know? But I talk to people. I say hi to people when I go to the grocery store. I talk to my neighbors, and I don't know that many people here still where I moved. But I do talk to the other ladies when I go to the knitting chat once a week. Though last time it was not a lot of people there because summer break have started for school and summer and heat, and most of the other ladies at the knitting chat are grandparents or great grandparents for a couple of them, I think. And I mean, they since school is out and their parents are still at work, I have a feeling that at least a few of them are taking care of their grandkids. So that's not something that I have to worry about, but that lessens my circle of people to talk to when I'm at those things because that's the time I see them. Last time I also talked about the market that I didn't get any sales and that it sucked, but I'm still knitting. So, fingers crossed that I'll be getting a new market soon. At the same time, considering what I'm selling, which is wool products, so wool socks, wool hats, wool shawls, wool blankets, in the middle of the summer when it's really warm, it doesn't even rain that much these days. It rained a tiny bit last night, but not really enough to make my plants survive, so I probably should go out watering plants now that I think about it. Maybe I'll do that after. Or not. I mean, technically they did get water, which is probably more than I've been giving them. So, there's that. I'm so curious to how much will actually survive of the plants that I put in and will actually give me something to eat and pretty things to look at because yes, I have planted flowers too, or sown flowers like snapdragons and sunflowers and marigolds and nasturtium and shoot, what's the last one? Calendula? Did I say that right? I think so. So I mean, I do have flowers too, not just food. But then again, some of them can be eaten, like the calendula. I think you can eat the flowers. I don't think you would eat snapdragons. Something tells me that's a bad idea. So I'm not going to do that. But kind of like no matter what happens with the growth, I really hope something comes to fruition. I really, really, really want homegrown carrots and potatoes and beets and peas and a few other things that I don't know the English name of, and brassicas. I've never grown brassicas before, so, I'm learning a lot though. I mean, it's my first full season growing stuff here. Last year I didn't really grow anything. I just tried to figure out what was what and be freaking out about water in the basement. But, this year I'm a little calmer. This year is my first full season and I'm trying to grow stuff, and some of it is at least currently surviving. And that is pretty awesome. And it's nice and warm. I get eaten by bugs. I tried to make lemon water and put on me kind of to avoid getting eaten by bugs. Didn't really work that well. Still got eaten. I'm still very, very attractive to bugs. Way more attractive than any human should be to bugs. They love eating me. I hate them eating me. So then I get itchy. But yeah, the lemon water didn't quite work. So who knows what I will be doing with that. My guess, continue to be eaten. Because I don't really have a choice. And I do like being outside. So, you gotta take the bad with the good. I get to be outside and the bugs get to eat me. Because apparently I can't wave them all off. I'm too tasty. Simply put, I am way too tasty. But yeah, so I get to go inside and do my puzzle a little bit every now and then, and that is very enjoyable. getting out of the sun so I don't overheat, because that would be bad. But I will see you in the next video. I hope you have enjoyed this. Bye!